Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how was your day? I hope you are in a very good condition and in a very positive condition in living the day in the midst of this pandemic COVID-19 situation. So, I'm Wardah Hafizah, a student of Department of English Education UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. Now, I'm going to review one of the novel that I've read before, and this novel is written by my favorite author, an author of the very famous book, if you know this, Choose David Murray. So, this novel is written by Mitch Albom. So, in this occasion, I wanna review one of his books with the title, The Next Person You Meet in Heaven. So, without any further ado, let's jump to the story. The story begins with a countdown to Annie's death. Annie, a nurse, with Paulo, a man she met when in her grad school, and they married with 14 hours left until the end. And in the intervening time, Annie felt a sense of foreboding when she saw a seemingly familiar old man in her wedding audience, and Annie further felt an inexplicable sense of dread when Paulo gave her a rabbit made from pipe cleaners. And as a child, Annie had been given the same gift by Eddie, a maintenance man at an amusement park and the man who saved her life from a falling roller coaster car. Eddie died in the accident and Annie temporarily lost her hand. But Annie remembered nothing about the incident and only carrying a scared hand from the accident. And after leaving her uncle Dennis, Annie and Paula drove away in their limousine, but their driver became lost on the way. And they encountered a man who ran a hot air balloon business, Tolbert, with a punctured tire, and Annie urged Paula to help him. And Paula helped Tolbert, who in turn saved Paula from a speeding car. Once at their hotel, Annie, determined to prolong their wedding night, urged Paula to take a hot air balloon ride with her, having received Tolbert's business card. Annie regained consciousness but found herself in a swirl of blue colors and sounds. He had nobody, but when the blue faded away, she was in a train with a young boy named Samir. So she couldn't talk, but Samir could hear her thoughts, and he told her he was the first person she would meet in heaven, but he didn't tell her anything about Paula. And he was supposed to teach her a lesson, and he saw a younger version of himself running alongside a speeding train, and only to have his arm ripped off when he grabbed a railing. Samir explained that his accident allowed doctors to work on new methods on replanting limbs, and inspired by his accident, Samir grew up to become a doctor specializing in replantation. And he saw her laying in the hospital bed as a young girl, and that it was he who operated on her hand. And with the revelation, Annie's damaged hand appeared, and Samir reminded her that life is built on the foundation laid by who came before. Samir left her, and Annie's surroundings changed and turning into a desert. And she noticed a pile in the distance and realized they were her body parts. And a pack of dogs arrived in a frenzy and took all her body parts, and prompting Annie to follow them. And the scenery changed, and Annie encountered dogs of various sizes sitting obediently in front of rows of suburban houses. And an older woman appeared and took Annie on a car ride, and while driving, Annie told the story of her childhood, of how she was lonely after the accident and not allowed to go to school for a long time, and moving to Arizona, her mother sensed her loneliness and took her to an animal shelter, and Annie took an injured dog with a collar and took her home. The dog Cleo became her constant companion in life, and the woman revealed to Annie that she was Cleo, and she appearing as a human to better communicate with her. And Cleo reminded Annie that Annie blessed her with love when she needed it, and taking care of the dog when no one else would. And Annie received her arms, and Cleo turned into a dog once more and embracing Annie. And when Annie opened her eyes, she was back in the desert again. With her lamb returned, she was swept up in a storm and landed in a giant hand, and she looked up and saw her mother looking at her. And the background of Annie's childhood was revealed as her mother, Lorraine, came from a small town, working at a bakery. She longed to leave the town and fell in love with Jerry, a truck driver, and they eloped and married. But Jerry became abusive and absent over time, even missing Annie's birth. And though Lauren tried to keep up the marriage, it eventually collapsed. In heaven, Lauren revealed that Jerry had intended to sue the amusement park on behalf of Annie, and prompting Lorraine to move Annie away. In Arizona, Lorraine moved Annie through schools whenever a hint of their past became known. And after graduating from high school, Annie moved with her boyfriend Walt and didn't see her mother for 6 months. And when she did, Annie discovered her mother had developed cancer and maintained a cordial relationship with her till her death. In heaven, Annie revealed her anger to her mother Lorraine for smothering and embracing her throughout her childhood. And Lorraine showed her the day of the accident at Ruby Pier and talked about her regret for being there during the accident. And she was with her boyfriend at that time. And Lorraine talked about her regret and how it hardened her in their relationship. And Annie then revealed her secret that she had been pregnant, but the child, Lawrence, was born prematurely and passed. Lauren acknowledged that Annie had wanted to make that confession for a long time, and Annie felt better as a result. And Lauren asked for Annie's forgiveness, and when granted, took her leave and letting Annie know that she needed to make her peace. And Annie was put in a barrel, went through a waterfall, emerging in amusement park. She encountered a grave and met Eddie, the maintenance worker who had saved her life years ago, and Annie touched his hand and saw his entire life, childhood through his death. And Annie told him about her life and how the accident scared her physically and emotionally, and the landscape changed and they found themselves in the Philippines, and where Eddie served during the World War II, and he was imprisoned, and after his escape, he set a village on a fire, accidentally killing a girl named Tala, and appeared and told Annie that Eddie died saving her. And Annie then witnessed her accident for the first time. She was overcome by emotion and realized that the guilt she felt all her life stemmed from the accident. And Eddie told Annie that saving her was his salvation and his atonement for killing Tala, and that she needed to forgive herself for her mistakes. And before parting, Eddie handed her Lawrence, her child, and Annie was able to hold him and feel for a moment before he vanishes as well. Annie then found herself in the wedding scene when in her wedding dress, and Paulo revealed himself, and Annie remembered the entirety of the relationship and how they reconnect after their middle school, and their romance developed quickly. And Annie was distraught that Paulo was in heaven, and realizing that she didn't save him, Paulo talked about their childhood and how he realized that he felt guilty about leaving Annie alone as a child. And Paulo consoled her that despite his death, Annie showed her true love by donating her lung to him, and he told her that she needed to return and she was once safe, and Annie needed to save someone else. And he left her, and Annie awoke in the hospital. The news of the accident spread quickly, and Tolbert finally summoned the courage to visit Annie, and she was pregnant, and to his surprise, very forgiving. And sometime later, Annie visited a Ruby's Pier, the amusement park of her accident, and found someone who knew Eddie. She talked to Dominguez about Eddie, and he gave her the ultimate pipe cleaners. And when Dominguez asked how it felt to be safe, and Annie replied that she was grateful, very, very grateful. And Annie gave birth to a daughter named Giovanna, and hoped to tell her one day about her life and journey through heaven. And her child would be comforted knowing that 5 people would be wanting in heaven to help her understand about her life. So that's the end of the story. I hope you get so many lessons about this book, and thank you so much for watching my video from the beginning until the end of this video. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay positive. Bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.